Hey, it's AJ again with Keyrenter Property Management. We're excited to be here for another episode of Keys to Utah Rentals. This tip we want to talk about today is for tenants, and it's about tenant insurance. We're going to actually check and verify that you have tenant insurance right when you move in, and then we're going to verify that that policy stays in force throughout the course of your lease because it's a protection to you, and it is required for all of our units, no questions asked. Typically, we're going to ask that you have what they call a renter's policy, and it will cover up to $100,000 of damage. And what that covers is, should anything happen to the unit, should there be a fire, heaven forbid, or a flood, or maybe some wind damage that makes the property unlivable, then what that would cover is your contents as a tenant to make sure that if your couches are damaged or your TV or some of your toys, whatever the case may be, you have the funds necessary in your policy to make yourself whole once again. That is not something that we allow you to be able to go to the landlord to get reimbursement for. It is something that would go on your insurance. There is also, depending on the policy too, there's also potentially some coverage should someone get hurt on the property and maybe a loved one or a friend that's visiting and they fall. There could be some coverage in your policy for that. That is more policy specific, but we do require that you have that $100,000 limit for your personal contents. Like I said, we'll check that every so often. You'll be submitting just proof, what they call a declarations page from your insurance agent, and they do all of it, so you don't have to do much of it other than just pay the premium. But we'll request those things to make sure those are enforced. If it's not, then we automatically provide you with our insurance, or we have that if you don't know of any insurance agent, just to make sure you do have insurance while you're living in a Keyrenter property. And it's so that you're protected, so the property's protected, the property owner's protected, and so are we. And it's just good for everyone. So that's how we handle tenant insurance at Keyrenter. Hope that answers any questions about that. And for any other questions, go to Keyrenter Provo or KeyrenterStGeorge.com. Thanks.